The apocalypse has happened. The rebuilding program isn't going well. This is Grim Dawn, the hack and slash that thinks Diablo was just a little bit too cheerful about its hacking and slashing. There have been many games like it over the years, but few have filled the screen with as many enemies and kept the slaughter as satisfying from the first minute to the 40th hour. You feel it in every smack of a sword and spark of fire. You're a force to be reckoned with at level 1, and nothing short of death incarnate after a little leveling. Grim Dawn offers 6 classes, each with their own eye-catching powers. It's not long before you can dual class and really begin customizing your character's skill set in exciting ways. I took this Demolitionist, who specializes in big, flashy spells like balls of lightning that stun tough enemies and flash fry weaker ones. You can tweak the skill to throw a larger number of smaller projectiles to better handle swarms. Then with dual classing, you can add anything you're missing. Here, it's the Arcanist's magic missile, which hits enemies and bounces off, massacring low-level groups while the lightning balls stun bosses and handle crowd control. It could just as easily be the shaman's swarms of devouring insects, occultist's pets, or soldiers' close combat specialties. There is a ton of fun ways to fight. However you choose to, though, it always feels good. With a few skill points, battle becomes a glorious display of pyrotechnics that remains well-balanced. On top of that strong base, Grim Dawn adds several more ways to influence things. You can earn stars that fill out constellations in exchange for more stat points and abilities, craft your own gear, and even some of your choices affect how the plot plays out, although the main story isn't particularly captivating. Grim Dawn's world, however, is. It's a glorious-looking place, whether you're fighting through the miserable cursed lands near the hub town of Devil's Crossing, or in the prettier later acts, like Act 2's interesting shift from demons and dungeons to armies of cowboy outlaws instead. It's an odd but welcome change of scenery and tactics after the first act's relentless darkness and decay. The one minor headache is, ironically, dealing with all the loot everything drops. Too much of it is generic and almost worthless, and sorting through it all for usable gear is annoying. While you can freely teleport back to town and return where you left off at any time, that too gets a bit tiresome. It's a shame non-essential gear couldn't be auto-sold, and that there's no way to highlight actually useful drops in your bag. You can opt to only display the good stuff on the ground, but then you're paying for convenience by not picking up vendor trash to sell. It's a minor issue though, and hardly one unique to Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is one of the best action RPGs in a long time, packing everything a Diablo III competitor needs and a few tricks of its own as well. The artistry shines through in the atmosphere, the satisfaction of every kill, every sound effect, and every splatter. Not many can live up to the master in these regards, but Grim Dawn is one of the few that can. It may be too late to save the world, but cleaning up after the mess has rarely been more satisfying. For more on Grim Dawn, stay tuned to IGN.